Okay, so you're on page 694. Looks like this, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm reading right now out of that blue rectangle right at the top. Yes, honey? Yep, looks good, my booba. So I'm reading out of the blue rectangle. It says, a whole that is separated into 4 equal parts is separated into fourths or quarters. So in the last lesson, we talked about halves. When you cut something down the middle, you have 2 halves. Now we're talking about cutting it down the middle twice. So you have 4 equal parts. Each part is a fourth of or a quarter of the whole. You look at number 1 there, in half twice, and they made number 1. How many equal parts are there on that yellow square? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Maram, how many equal parts are there? Where'd you go? You gotta hit your mute button, Maram.
Is it 4?
It is 4, yeah. So for number 1, you can write number 4. They cut that triangle in half 2 times and made 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. Now let's look at that red circle next to number 2, that red circle. How many equal parts are there? How many equal parts are there on that red circle? Count the equal parts.
What page are they on?
We are on page 694.
Thank you.
Sraboni, how many equal parts are there?
4.
Good. Yep, same thing. They cut that circle in half 2 times. And they made 4 equal parts. You see, they drew 1 line down the middle and 1 line across the middle to make 4 equal parts.
Miss 4. 1 down in the middle. 1.
Alright, now let's look at number 3. With number 3, they want you to draw your own lines. So the number 3, we have a yellow rectangle, and we have to cut that into 4 equal parts. They didn't do it for us this time. We have to do it on our own. So when you're cutting something into fourths, you see they have a rectangle there. So the first thing you're going to do is draw a line straight down the middle. It's okay if it's not perfect, but draw a line right down the middle. And how many equal parts does that give us? If I draw 1 line down the middle, how many equal parts do I have? How many equal parts do I have? Santonia.
2.
2, but we need 4, right? So that means I have to draw another line down the middle, or across the middle the other way. Across the middle the other way. So now how many equal parts do I have?
The other way.
Who can raise their hand and tell me? Now how many equal parts do I have? I drew 2 lines, 1 straight down the middle and 1 straight across the middle. Mabuba, how many do I have?
4.
4, and that's what we wanted, right? We wanted 4 equal parts. So now underneath that, you can write 4. We have 4 fourths, or 4 quarters. Now let's do the same thing with number 4. I have a square. I'm going to draw 1 line straight down the middle. How many equal parts do I have? How many does that give me? Rashid, how many do I have?
2.
2, but I need 4, right? So we have to draw another line straight across the middle. Do I have 4 now? Give me a thumbs up if I have 4 now. Good. So same thing. Underneath, you can write the number 4 on that line. Very good. Okay, so you guys are going to go ahead and do the next page on your own. Page 695. For 5 and 6, the first 2, you have to draw the missing part. So let's do number 5 together. How many equal parts do I have on number 5? Let's do this one together because it's kind of confusing. How many equal parts do I have on number 5 there? At the top of page 695, how many equal parts are there in that shape? Sraboni, how many equal parts? 3, but I need 4, right? Because we're talking about fourths. So it says a quarter of each shape is missing, and we have to draw in the missing quarter. So the way to do that is that you draw another one of those shapes. Just right on the end. See how I did that? So now I have 4 equal parts. And you're going to do the same thing with that circle. You're going to draw the missing part. So go ahead and do 5 and 6. If you can do the whole thing, go ahead and do the whole thing on your own. If you can't, do 5 and 6 right now, and then I'll explain 7 and 8 in a minute here. Yes, Antonia, what's your question?
You said that there were 4 equal parts. I have 3 equal parts.
Yeah, you have to draw on the 4th part. See how I did that?
Yeah.
That's what they want you to do, Santonia. They want you to draw on the missing part of that shape so that it does have 4 equal parts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So now for number 7 and 8, you are going to color in one of the parts. So color in one of the parts on number 7 and number 8. And then write how many you colored. So you colored 1 of the 4. You colored 1 of the 4. So, like, you can do number 8 on your own, but that's what I did for number 7. You color 1 of the parts, and then write that you colored 1 of 4. And then you're doing the same thing for 9 and 10. Shade one of the colors in and write, or shade one of the parts in and write that you colored 1 of the 4.
Okay.
So that's what your page should look like. Or the bottom of it anyway. Similar to that. Doesn't matter which part you colored in. Does anybody have any questions on that page? Is anybody confused? All right, fabulous. Oh, Akil, you got one? Hit your mic button.
Should we do the back on our phone?
We're going to do it together, Akil, right now. So if no one has any questions, go ahead and flip your page.
Tabaski?
Yes, honey.
I don't know how to.
You color in one of the shapes, or one of the parts.
Oh.
Good. Okay, so go ahead and flip your page. So you're on page 696, and we'll do that number 11 together. We'll do number 11 together. I'll read it out loud for you. It says, Heidi has a cookie. She and 3 friends want to share the cookie. How many equal parts does Heidi need? So let's draw that out. What shape is a cookie usually? Who can tell me? If you had a chocolate chip cookie, what shape would it be? Santonia.
A circle.
A circle, yeah. Cookies are usually a circle. So go ahead. I want you guys underneath number 11 to draw a circle. Draw a circle. Just like that. I got my circle. That's my cookie. That's my cookie. So it says that Heidi plus her 3 friends are sharing this cookie. Yes, honey? You gotta unmute yourself if you have a question, Christian.
Miss Abowski?
Yes, Isabella?
What page are we on?
We are in our math book on page 696.
696.
We're almost done, so you guys might have to watch the beginning of this on YouTube, okay? 696.
What page are we on?
696.
There.
Okay, so you drew your cookie. So it says that Heidi is sharing it with 3 people. So we have Heidi, and then we have 3 more people. So how many parts of the cookie do we need?
4.
Raise your hand. How many parts of the cookie do we need? Mohammed, how many do we need?
4.
4. So now we need to cut this cookie into 4 equal parts. So I'm going to cut it in half one time. And when I cut it in half, how many pieces am I going to have? I cut it in half. I drew 1 line down the middle. How many pieces do I have? Akil.
2.
2. I drew 1 line straight down the middle. I have 2 pieces, but I need 4. I need 4, so I'm going to cut it in half again. Now, do I have enough now? Or give me a thumbs up if I have enough now. Perfect. So on that line, you can write 4 equal parts. She is sharing that cookie with 3 other people, so they need to cut it into 4ths. Good. So your homework is page 697 and 698 will be your homework for today. It'll be due on Thursday. Sound good? Any questions? Yes, Santonia. Oh, Santonia, you got to hit your mute button, honey.
Okay, bye, Miss Frosty.
Bye. What, Santonia?
Bye.
Bye.